You want to unmute, Jane? I can't unmute you for some reason. You have to find the button at the bottom of the screen where you see on the left, you should see the mute, the microphone.
Okay.
There you are. Yeah.
Can you hear me? How can I make it louder?
It's on your, the volume on your laptop.
Okay.
Got it? Okay, so I'm going to kick this off. Thank you everyone for joining me. And this is, for me, I've talked about essential oils for such a long time, but haven't had a class focused specifically on, essential oils. It's always been, for hormone balance or just intro to essential oils. And also the class is going to focus on the brand that I use, which is called doTERRA. So I'm glad you're joining me today because it shows me that you are looking at ways, natural and effective ways to look after your health and that of your family as well. I've always been into essential oils for a very long time, and I used to use different brands a few years ago until about 4 years ago, a friend introduced me to this brand called doTERRA. And I just thought, I'm already using essential oils. How different can it be from how different can this brand be from all the other brands that I've been using? So I decided to do an experiment with a couple of the oils that I usually use. One being lavender, because I used to have some trouble falling asleep and staying asleep. So I tested with lavender and also peppermint, because sometimes when I would have a headache, I would use peppermint and lavender, because peppermint is anti-inflammatory, it's cooling. So that's what I used to use. And they were effective. When I used the lavender, I would fall asleep maybe after half an hour. I used to use it just before bed, and I would fall asleep half an hour, but the sleep wasn't, it was okay. It was better than me not using the oils. And then when I tried it with doTERRA brand, I fell asleep, quite quickly, and also had really, really, great sleep. And I thought, okay, there might be something to this. I thought it was a one-off. So I kept using it to make sure that it wasn't just a one-off experience. And the same thing kept happening. So that's why I stick with lavender for sleep. And there's also another blend of oils that they've got for sleep, Serenity. There are quite a few you can use for sleep, actually, but I'll talk about that later on. And then when I had a headache, my friend had already sent me the samples to use. And when I had a headache, I tried the peppermint, and it was literally quite good. So what I would do is I'll use the peppermint and then use lavender on top of that. It's called. That's what I did, and it was quite effective. And when I used it, I made a mistake. And this is what I would say to people when it comes to pure essential oils, really pure oils. Don't play with these things. They're little, I call them nature's gift to mankind, and they're little gems, but you cannot play with them, because when I used to use the peppermint oil, I'll use it probably an hour. When I had the headache, I used the peppermint oil, and this time when I had the headache, it was kind of like in the evening. So I used the peppermint oil. Big mistake, because here's the thing, because the oil is so pure, right? And peppermint oil can be quite stimulating. It kept me awake. So I didn't fall asleep until probably about 3, 4 a.m. And I didn't make the connection. So I was talking to my friend who sent me the samples and introduced me to doTERRA. And I said, I had a headache and I used my oils and, couldn't fall asleep. And she goes, what oils do you use? She said, peppermint oil. She said, oh, Gloria, You cannot use peppermint oil at night or in the evening because on your head, because this is where I put it on my temples, because it is, because of the purity of it, it goes straight in and it keeps you awake because it's very stimulating. But using the other brand, that didn't happen with the other brand that I was using. So I could use it anytime. So that shows you, which I'll be talking about later as well, that shows you the purity of these oils. So having said that, what I want to go through today is all about the oils. What we'll be talking about is what essential oils are, how to use them, and how to get them into your home as well. And the session is going to last about 45 to 60 minutes. There'll be time for questions at the end. So feel free to, you can ask questions in between, but a lot of the questions will be at the end. So, and what I'd like to say to you is I'm going to be asking you guys, you ladies, questions. So please, as much as possible, answer the questions because I like this session to be very interactive. Okay, so first of all, how many of you want safe, effective, and affordable natural solutions in your homes? Show me, hands up. Yes. Okay, great, that's good. So first of all, let's look at, I'm going to share my screen and go between different slides. So yes, Jane, you type in the chat. Type in the chat and I'll pick it up. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you. And like I said, we're going to be going between two slides. Okay, let me check the chats first to see what's in there. Okay, we've got yes, yes, great. Okay. Jane, can you find the chat? Have you found it? Okay, unmute yourself then. Left-hand corner microphone.
My hand is acting up. I didn't hear your first question.
I said, how many people want to have safe, effective, and affordable natural solutions? Okay. Okay, so first of all, let me move this across. I'm going to minimize the screen, so I'm not going to be able to see anybody. So if you have any questions, raise your hand. No, don't raise your hand because I won't be able to see it. Put it in the chat and I will be checking the chats now and again. So, a second. Let me change my view. Stop the share first. Sorry, techie issues. Techie issues going on. View, speaker, great. Right, now go back to share screen. Jane, are you muted? Okay. Right. Okay, let's go with it. Right, minimize myself. Okay, so first of all, we all have choices in our healthcare. And if you look at the triangle, the upside down triangle on the left there, what we have is the modern approach to healthcare. And this focuses on symptom management. So what happens is, you go to the doctor, you have something going on with you, whether it's a broken arm or whatever it is. And what happens? They prescribe some medication. So basically what's happening is that they're masking the symptoms and not treating the root cause. So what they do is, it's kind of like an if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it approach, or an ambulance mentality. So when things are broken, like, a kid falls off a bike, breaks their arm or whatever it is, modern medicine has its place. I'm not disputing that it doesn't have its place, but for me, in my opinion, it should come second and nature should come first, right? So that is why we are in a system that is focused on crisis care rather than actually focusing on the root cause of what's going on with you. And in most cases, the healthcare system is not designed to support us beyond a certain point. And it's left up to us as individuals to take control of that care that we need. On the other hand, the natural approach turns the triangle, the other way around, and it focuses on the root cause. It addresses the body's needs and root causes. And because we're talking about essential oils, nature provides this, natural tools that we need in the form of plants and, produce, and they are safe and without side effects. That is what we need to focus on, because when we walk away from the doctor's surgery with medication, a lot of these medications come with side effects. And you find that what I found working with people is that as time goes on, you're taking a medication, you start to experience side effects, and then you go to your doctor, say to your doctor, I'm getting side effects, this is going on. And you get another prescription to counter the side effects, and that's how it snowballs into so many different medications that you're taking. And these medications, the body doesn't understand a lot of the chemicals that are in this pharmaceutical drugs. So, and that causes a whole host of problems within yourself, right? So the other, it's the focus here is on the essential oils, and I'm going to walk through three cool things about essential oils. And if I'm doing this, running this class well, I want you to leave this class knowing at least about three cool things that you get from essential oils. Okay, so the first cool thing about essential oils is that they are natural and safe. They contain that there's no added oil, anything taken away from it. There's no added synthetic products like all the other brands out there on the market, because the problem is that the essential oil industry is not very well regulated. Right? So what happens is that you find a lot of brands have adulterated these oils with synthetic products. And these have chemical constituents that have adverse effects on your health and well-being. So you want to be careful, even with the doTERRA brand, although it's not adulterated, it's pure. But because they're so pure, you want to be careful on how you use this product as you go along. So a lot of this are comprised of hundreds of different compounds utilizing complex and versatile abilities to combat threats without building up resistance. And they work with the body to address issues and root causes on a cellular level. So take, for example, peppermint. If you've ever taken the peppermint leaf and rubbed it in your hands or in your fingers, right? So what happens is you get a stronger smell of the peppermint. And what you've done there is that, like you can see from the image right there, so you can see from the image right there that what you've done is you've rubbed on the sac that contains the oil in the peppermint leaf. So you've released the oil within the peppermint, and that's why you get that really strong peppermint smell. So and it takes within the oil. I'll show you the oil. This is peppermint oil. I hope everyone can see it. So this is a 15 ml bottle of peppermint oil. So what happens is that in this oil, 1 drop of this oil contains about 28 cups of tea, peppermint tea. That shows you how concentrated it is and how pure it is, right? So that's a lot, that packs a whack, in there. And peppermint oil is very good for digestion. Like I shared with you earlier on, it's anti-inflammatory. It has a cooling effect as well. And because it's great for digestion, sometimes I would put a drop of water in my bottle. Sorry, a drop of peppermint oil in my bottle, right? So that gives me that cooling effect, gives a different taste to my water every day, and also helps with my digestion, right? So take, for example, where we're going to talk about how we're going to talk about the safety, right, of the peppermint oil in, well, all doTERRA brand of oils in a little bit. So first of all, what is the first cool way? This is the second question to everybody. What is the first cool way, cool thing about essential oils? Everybody get interactive now. We've just talked about it. What is the first cool thing about essential oils? Okay, yeah, natural and effective. Great, thank you. Yeah, we're going to come to the purity very soon. Okay, so I'm just going to go. Yeah, we're going to talk about, not in depth though, Mitali, you can connect with me later and we'll talk about the dosage of essential oils for kids. But one thing you should know is that when it comes to using essential oils on kids, you have to make sure that they are diluted with carrier oils, okay? So you cannot use them pure on the kids because their skin is still quite sensitive. So you want to make sure that they're diluted. And because doTERRA essential oils are so pure, you definitely don't want to use them pure on any of your kids, okay? Yeah, they're insidious for you, great smell. They're natural, yes, that's the answer. They are natural. Essential oils are natural. So let's talk about the second cool thing about essential oils. The second cool thing about essential oils is that they are more effective than modern approaches to health problems, right? First, like I talked about before, when you go to your doctor to get, you say there's something wrong with you and you walk out with a prescription. Like I said, let's say that your fist, this is your cell, the cells in your body. And we know that cells have oily cell membranes, right? The membranes protect the cells and it keeps all the good things in and all the bad things out of it, right? So now, 2 of the things that are harmful to cells are bacteria and viruses. This is the pathogens that our immune system is very good at protecting us against. Bacteria usually form on the outside of the cell, and viruses duplicate the DNA on the inside of the cell. And all you have to remember is that bacteria on the outside of the cell and viruses on the inside. So let's say you went to your doctor with a bacterial infection. What is he going to recommend for you? Tell me. What to know when you go to your doctor and say, I've got a bacterial infection, or I've got a cold or something. What do they recommend to you? Yeah, antibiotics. Straight away, they recommend antibiotics for you. So, so after taking the antibiotics for about 7 to 10 days, maybe 5, it will probably clear up the infection. But often what antibiotics do is that as well as killing the bad bacteria, they also kill the good bacteria, right? And your immune system. So what you want to do is, first of all, before I carry on, if you do absolutely have to take antibiotics, please take probiotics alongside the antibiotics, because that would help to re-inoculate you and replace the good bacteria, right? Now, if you had a virus like the cold or flu, what would your doctor say? The first thing is, go home, drink lots of water, rest, and let it run its course, right? The reason why is because most of the modern recommendations are water-based synthetic agents. Okay, and frequently this come with side effects and addictions. Water and oil do not mix, that's for sure. So if the recommendation from your doctor is water-based, it will have a really hard time penetrating through the oily cell membranes and stopping the duplication of the virus, right? Remember I talked about the cell and it having an oily coating, and the virus gets into the cell. So if it's water and lots of fluids, that is difficult to penetrate through the cell. Can everyone mute their mics, please? Femi, can you mute your mic, please? Essential oils are different because they are oil-based, which means that they can penetrate that cell membrane. They can go right through the cell. They can work on a cellular level without side effects or addictions, right? So that is the cool thing about it. And they can combat bacteria on the outside of the cell and prevent the duplication of viruses on the inside. And that's why they're often more effective than the modern approach to health problems, right? So that's another cool thing. So who can tell me what's the second cool thing about essential oils? What's the second cool thing about essential oils? We just talked about it. Penetrates the lipid outer layer of cells, healing. Anyone else? They are effective. They are absolutely more effective than modern approach to health problems. Okay, so I think I need to just give me a second. Right, okay, that's done. Right, okay, so right, okay, so we're going to go to the third cool thing about essential oils. And that is that they are actually cheaper than traditional medical care. I'm sure you're wondering, okay, how can you say that? Let me explain. So a lot of people know if you don't have healthcare, if you have, like in the UK, you have the NHS, so you don't necessarily always pay for healthcare, right? Because you have the NHS. And in other countries where you have to have health insurance, there is, you pay, and for those in the UK that pay for health insurance as well, there is, you have to pay an excess, or like Americans call it a co-pay, And that is an additional fee that you pay when you go to the doctors, and also when you get prescriptions, you have to pay that additional fee, kind of like a supporting fee. So, when that happens, if your doctor gave you a prescription for antibiotics, how much it would cost? How much would it cost to fill that prescription? Maybe, about £20 here and there, or, you might, if you're getting it on, on the NHS, it might not cost you anything. But here's the thing. It would cost you money to get in your car, cost you money for petrol, get in your car to go to the doctors, and then drive to the chemist to get your prescription filled. So that's costing you money. And when it comes to the copay or the excess, that's paying the excess on the insurance. Say, for example, somebody in your family has an ear infection. When it comes to the copay and the insurance, so what you're paying is, maybe the £20, and then on top of that, you're paying for the petrol to go to the doctors and then get to the chemist. So that is costing you money anyway. Either way, it's costing you money, whether in NHS or whatever it is costing you money to go there. So, for example, if somebody has an ear infection, what would recommend is that you rub 2 drops of lavender and 2 drops of melaleuca around the ear and put them to bed. Say your kids have an ear infection, because kids are prone to ear infections, aren't they? Especially when you have a cold. So rub 2 drops of lavender and 2 drops of melaleuca. Melaleuca is tea tree oil. That's a different name for it. So around the ear, and put them to bed. And later, they wake up in the morning, the infection is cleared up. That's down to the purity and the body working with the chemical constituent of the oil, right? So that would cost you about maybe 30 or 40 pence or 50 cents if it's American. And, that is less than, whether it costs you like the £20 to get to your doctor for the prescription, the copay, excess on the insurance, or whatever it is, 30 or 40p compared to £20. So you see how it is much cheaper, and it's less expensive than putting the gas, petrol in your car to go out to the doctor's office and getting to the chemist and paying the excess, all that. So, and we haven't also taken into the fact that the antibiotics can harm your gut, like I said to you earlier on. And that might have to, and then you have to buy, the probiotics that I talked about to, re-inoculate yourself. Okay, so that's additional, right? So we save literally hundreds and hundreds of pounds or dollars a year in medical costs because of the use of essential oils. So you cannot afford not to have these little beauties with you as part of your self-care program. I'm not saying that essential oils are the be-all and end-all. No, they're not, but they're one of the tools that you can add to your self-care routine to heal yourself and keep yourself healthy, your family's your family healthy, and thrive on a daily basis without the additions of toxic chemicals from prescriptions, right? So who can tell me the third cool thing about essential oils? Third cool thing, yes, they're cost effective and they are cheap. And usually these classes, because of the space because of the space we're in, having to do everything online, usually these classes would have, would be done in person. And if I was doing this in person, everyone that answers the question correctly, I would be handing you a sample of either peppermint or wild orange or whatever it is. But this is the space we're in. Hopefully, we can get. But on the other hand, it's so cool that I have people from Singapore, from UK, from everywhere joining this call. Yes, Stella, DHL, it's on the way to you. Okay, so, right, so now we're going to talk about the ways that we can use essential oils. I'm just going to flip the screen to a different. So there are three ways that we can use essential oils. That's aromatically, topically, and internally. So the first way being aromatically, so if you had, for those of you that have oils with you, grab the oils, peppermint oil with you or anything that you have with you. And for those of you that don't, we'll connect and see how we can get you, get these oils to you, to use in your homes, right? So just go with me as we go along. Because like I said, this is meant to be an in-person thing, but we can do it in person, right? But anyway, everyone, I'm not going to be able to see you, but everyone take your fingers, your thumb and your forefinger, and pinch right above the bridge of your nose right there. Is everyone doing it? I don't want to change. Let me see. Just paint right. Okay, great. So right under your fingers, what you have right under your fingers, just right there, is your olfactory nerve. Right? And this nerve sends messages to your limbic system in your brain, which turns on, which in turn sends messages to all parts of your body, all over your body. And some people might think that this is okay, it's not real, or this is weird, by just that the body, the smell, what you smell can affect your whole body, but it is true, because when you go into a hospital for surgery and they need to put you under, right? How do they deliver the anesthetic? So what they do is, it's not by injection or pill. What they do is they put a mask over your face and ask you to count backwards from 10. And before you get to 7 or 8, literally you're out for the count, right? So that shows you that your olfactory nerve goes into your limbic system, and it just moves the information right through your body, right? And that is why these oils are so powerful and useful for you, because once you inhale them, so what happens is, I'm going to start with the peppermint oil. All you need is a drop in your hand, and we're talking about aromatic here. A drop in your hand, rub it in and do this. Cup it over your nose and your mouth and inhale it. So it's going straight up into, for those of you who have oils, I know a few people do have oils, so please do that if you have your oils close by you. And just put a drop in your palms, rub it together and do that, inhale it. So when you breathe, I'm just seeing who else is doing that. So this is the fastest way to access the brain. This happens exactly the same way with these natural compounds found in essential. When we breathe in natural compounds, right, from essential oils, they hit our olfactory nerve, and the olfactory nerve sends a signal to the limbic system in your brain, which in turn sends the signals to the rest of the body. And this can happen in as little as 30 seconds, right? So you want to always be careful about what you inhale, because it's going straight into your brain and into your whole body system. And there are a few ways to use the essential oils aromatically. You can breathe them, like I just said, from your hand, like I did earlier on. You can diffuse them. I have a diffuser just beside me going. You can diffuse them into the air, or you can breathe it straight from the bottle itself, right? So there's another oil that doTERRA do is called Wild Orange. It's also amazing. So you can do the same thing with that. And what's the great thing about Wild Orange is that it actually keeps you alert, and if you're feeling down, it energizes you. So I tend to do that and diffuse it, and you can actually, for those who have the oils, you can rub the rest of it on the back of your neck as well. To peppermint just literally wakes you up and keeps you alert, like I said earlier on, when I used it at night and instead of during the day, right? So does anyone know the first way we use essential oils? What's the first way we use essential oils? How many drops would I diffuse? I would diffuse about 3 drops, Mitali, in my diffuser, 3 to 4 drops in my diffuser. Sometimes I would do a blend of, if it's for focus, I would do wild orange and peppermint. So I would diffuse that in the home. If it's, to change the air, clean the air, I would use lemon. So I would say about 3 to 4 drops is always good to diffuse, and that would diffuse. If you have a great diffuser, it could go for about 5 to 10 hours if you leave it on for that length of time. So yeah. So what is the first way to use essential oils? Tell me, people. Yeah, aromatically. That is the first way to use essential oils. Annika uses it in her tea. Yes, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Don't get ahead. Let's stay here. We're gonna talk about it in a minute. Right. Okay. So the second way to use essential oils is topically. What you can do is you can actually apply the oils directly to your skin. Like I said earlier on to Mitali, for kids, you want to make sure you dilute it with one of the carrier oils, like fractionated coconut oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, or any of the other carrier oils. Please make sure you do that. And if you're using essential oils for the first time, just try a test patch on your skin, right, to make sure that you don't react to it adversely, because everybody has different types of skin. Some have really, really super sensitive skin. So you want to make sure that you do a test patch first before going ahead and using it consistently. So as much as you can, do that. You can apply oils to the bottoms of your feet. So what I do is, how I apply them topically is behind my ear, behind my neck, on your pulse point here, and bottoms of your feet. So those are, what you call your pulse points, where, it's really good, the oils will just drive in, and within 30 seconds, they go where they need to go, right? So the pores on the bottom of your feet are really big. So it's, they go in really quickly into the bloodstream, and that's why it's usually good to use them at the bottom of your feet, especially at night as well. So, okay, got some popping up on the chat. Yes, some of them can burn. We call them the hot oils. A lot of that they can burn, such as oregano, um, uh, thyme, and there are a few others: oregano, thyme, and a few other hot oils as well. So those are the two I can remember. There's coriander as well, and what's the other one? If you ever use lemon, the citrus oils, if you use citrus oils, I would suggest not going out in the sun because they can be photo, whatever, what is the word now? You can it can burn. If you go using citrus oils and go directly into the sunlight, you can burn your skin that way. So I would be very careful how you use this. Um, the hot oils. I add them to my body butters that I prepare. Great, 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 great. So, so the second way to use essential oils is topically. So who can tell me what the second way to use essential oils is? Post in the chat. Post it in the chat. What is the second way to use essential oils? Right, topically. Yay! Okay, great. So the third way to use essential oils is internally. Here is the thing. Not all brands can be taken internally. Only doTERRA, as far as I know, with all the brands that I've used, I haven't, before I got to doTERRA, I was not comfortable and didn't even think about ingesting essential oils, right? So please, if you are using any other brand of essential oils, do not take them internally. Please don't do that. The only essential oils that I've come across that you can take internally are the doTERRA brand. And that is because they are safe to use. They are safe to use internally, and they are recommended. And that's because they come with a CPTG standard, which means certified pure tested grade standard. And they're medicinal grade and are completely safe to ingest, right? So if it is not doTERRA, please do not put them in your mouth at all, right? And the ways that you can use the oils internally, like I said before, I put a drop of peppermint oil in my water, or I could do lemon first in the morning, warm water, and a drop of lemon oil, or you can put them in veggie caps, or you can just put a drop under your tongue. It goes straight into the body and does what it needs to do. Having said that, not all doTERRA oils are good enough to ingest. What you have to do if you do embark on getting doTERRA oils, they come with a label on the oils to tell you which oils can be ingested. So only use the oils that are indicated for internal use on the bottle, right? And please, doTERRA also give a lot of information on the oils that can be ingested and how they work. So please also get into that. If you reach out to me, I can share all the information with you. So lemon oil, like I said, I use in the morning. It can be uplifting, refreshing for the home. And what I use it for, like I said, I put it in my diffuser, and so many other useful ways to do it, to use them. And frankincense, this has been around for thousands and thousands of years, right? And a lot of the time, it has so many anti-benefits. It's anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer properties, anti-everything properties. It promotes calm feelings, it reduces skin imperfection, it soothes the skin. So for me, frankincense, I use it so many different ways. I put it in a drop under my tongue. I actually put a few drops of it in my face moisturizer because it helps like I said, reduces skin imperfection. So it's quite good in that way, and I diffuse it as well, right? So I'm just going to jump back to some of the oils you see on the screen. So Deep Blue is an oil that I use quite a lot because it is good for pain, right? So Deep Blue, along with peppermint oil and sometimes lavender, are oils that I use for pain because through surgery, I've ended up with a shoulder muscle pain that I have constantly, and that's what helps me out. I don't like to take pills, so I use the oils instead, and they're great in relieving the muscle pain that I have, and also great, like I said before, for headache. And then you have Zengest, which helps soothe, stomach upset. It's great for digestion, and you can use it at meal times to support healthy digestion. And like I said, wild orange is energizing, invigorating, and uplifting mood. And then the other oil, which is air, supports feelings of clear airways, promotes feelings of clear breathing day and night. There is another oil called Breathe that is also good for decongestion as well. So if you have a cold, there are actually two blends. If you have a cold, there is the On Guard, which is antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, and great as a sanitizer, and Breathe as well. So I'm just going to jump in and see what the comments are before we carry on briefly. The pain oil is Deep Blue. It's called Deep Blue, and I use that sometimes if the pain gets really bad with peppermint and lavender. And no, I put the Mitali, I put it right there where, topically, on the point where you have the pain, that's where you're going to put the oil, right? So, so that's where you're going to put the oil. And yes, it is easy to get the doTERRA brand. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm just going to scoot on because I think because of in interest of time, I know you guys have taken time out of your day. So in the interest of time, I'm just going to race through the rest of it. Deep Blue works like magic. Yeah, it does, Stella. It seriously does. And it just doesn't come in an oil. It comes in a lotion as well. So, and that is mixed with other oils in there that really, really target the pain, and it really suits the pain. So that is available as well in the lotion. So yeah. So let's talk about 3 ways we can access these oils. So the first way is getting them by retail. Nobody here is going to buy this oils retail today, right? You'd only buy oils at retail prices if you are at the chiropractor's office or a spa or any other professional setting. It's the most expensive way to get the oils, right? So the second way is wholesale. This is kind of like having, you guys know Costco. It's kind of like having a Costco account where you have an annual membership, and that gives you access to their great products at best prices. So with doTERRA, having a wholesale membership allows you to buy the oils at 25% below the retail price, right? With the membership. So you get a wholesale, it's called a wholesale customer account, and that gives you access to 25% off retail price. And the third way is the only way I buy my oils is below wholesale. And this is the smartest way to buy the oils. You will learn more about, I'll talk more about this in a bit. So as you have listened about, all through about the power of essential oils and how it can change your life, you might be thinking like, seriously, wow, this is more than I imagined. And yes, it is, because doTERRA wants to support you with this essential oil journey. Okay, and our goal isn't to just give you the oils and hey, buy, this is it, done. Whether it's a bottle of Melaleuca for acne or Deep Blue for pain. The goal is to teach you, which is why I'm running this class. The goal is to teach you how to live a natural lifestyle so that when things come up like pain or allergies or cold or flu, instead of reaching out for medication, you reach out for natural solutions that you don't have any side effects, right? So that's what you want to, that's the way you want to get access to these oils and why you need to get access to them. So doTERRA puts kits together that are cheaper than if you were to buy them individually. So if you add up the cost of all the oils, the kits will always be cheaper than buying these oils individually. All the kits include a free wholesale membership, and you'll have everything you need at your fingertips. So I'm going to tell you a few things about the kit. So I'm going to just jump onto a different window and talk about show you the kits that are available. My favorite, one of the best and most cost-effective kit is the Natural Solutions kit. And it comes with essential oils at the 15 ml bottles. The blends, you've got 6 of the 50 ml essential oils. You've got 7 of the essential oil blends. You've got the On Guard collection, which comes with hand wash and beadlets and soft gels. And then you've got other products that come with it, right? And this is the wholesale price. And then the next most cost-effective, I think, the easier option to go for is the Home Essentials kit, right? And this comes with each bottle 10 essential oils, and these are 15 ml bottles, except the Deep Blue, which comes in a 5 ml bottle. And you also get the diffuser there and the essentials, doTERRA Essentials booklet with that. Okay, so that's what you get, and all these saves you about £79 of the wholesale cost, right? So here's a little tip for you: the Family Essentials kit, which is this one here. All the oils, there are 10 oils of the essential.
Sorry to interrupt, Gloria. I think the slides are not working. We're still stuck on the first slide.
Oh, okay. Let me stop share and go back to it. Go back to it. Can you see Family Essentials kit now?
Yes. Thank you.
Apologies for that.
Can you go back to the sheet before this?
Okay.
Because we didn't, well, it froze at the...
Yeah, I'll go over the whole thing again. And please let me know again if it's not changing, right? I think there's a delay. So can you see the Home Essentials kit now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Right, okay, so this comes with 10 of the doTERRA essential oils, and they are 6 single oils, and they're 15 ml bottles, and you have, actually you've got 10. The only one that is 5 ml is the Deep Blue, like I said, that's the pain one. And that is £239, and that's £79 off the retail price. Okay, I'm flipping to the Family Essentials. Has it changed to the Family Essentials?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. So the Family Essentials kit comes with the 10 oils, but all the bottles are 5 ml bottles with the doTERRA Essentials booklet, right? that isn't the most cost-effective way, because the difference between that and the Home Essentials Kit is that you're getting more at the same price, right? And it's not just 3 times the, you're getting a lot more, and it comes with a diffuser on the Home Essentials Kit as well. So that is how you can get access to the oils. Okay, so now I'm just going to flip back, and please let me know if, has it changed?
No.
Oh God, what's going on with this thing? Okay. Okay, can you see the 3 ways to purchase now and 3 ways to grow?
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, so there are 3 types of people, right? There are people that come to these classes. The first type of person is excited to live the natural solutions lifestyle, okay? And when they learn about the power of essential oils, they can't wait to share the products with their family. So doTERRA supports this type of person by providing free monthly essential oil education, right? The second type of person is thinking, oh my gosh, I need my mom to have these oils, or I want my friend to know about this. So these people naturally want to share what they love. So doTERRA supports them, this type of person, through a generous system to reward people who share the product. As these people can consistently share over time, they can have their oils they purchase paid for each month. So you can literally have your oils paid for each month if you share the oils with other people. And there are thousands and thousands of people all over the world who are currently receiving free natural health care from doTERRA. So you can get your oils for free when you just share the oils. And the third type of person has been watching me on this entire thing and thinking, that's what I want to do. I want to change people's lives, and through educating them on their health and well-being and the power of essential oils. So doTERRA wants to reward this type of person with an incredible generous compensation plan. And these people educate others about the power of essential oils. They can earn enough to supplement or even replace their income. And so they can be financially free. So, but for me, the reason I talk about this is, yes, I do that and I get that, but my main goal, and a lot of you know me, before I started talking about essential oils, my focus is healthcare, to get people to a place where they have the power, they've got their power back to change their lives and to heal themselves and live and thrive. That is my focus. That's my number one ultimate focus. And it's all about prevention. And if I can provide you with the tools to do that, this is what I'm doing. The compensation comes, yes, I'm thankful to be in this place, but we live in a world right now that is so highly diseased. We need all the tools. There's a lot of fear and anxiety around health, and not being able to not being able to have control of your health and well-being. People giving power over to the government or the medical profession or the pharmaceuticals. No, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is have the tools that will empower you to take control of your health. And this is why I share this information, and this is why I do what I do, and I love what I do, right? So we kind of come to the, this is kind of like my favorite part of this class. I want you to look at I hope it's changed. Can you see top well-being concerns and recommended routine?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to write down on a piece of paper in front of you your top well-being concerns, and we're going to see if we can recommend a few things. Oh, just post it in the chat. What is your top well-being concern? And let's see if we can get a couple of suggestions for you. While I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes on this, so be quick and post it in the chat. So, or just unmute yourself and tell me what your top health or well-being concern is. Anyone?
Talk or
Yes,
write?
Gloria.
Either one. Either one. I see the chat. I'm in
Hi,
the chat.
Gloria.
Okay. Health maintenance and disease prevention. Great. Eyes, thyroid. Okay. Stella, I want you to unmute yourself and tell me the issue with your eyes. We can put essential oils in the eyes, but you know, I'm sure doTERRA also do supplements as well, and there is a supplement protocol called Lifetime. What is it called now?
Okay, so my concern is having floaters on and off, which of course affects the vision. Yeah, I think that probably is what caused it, and then cataracts, lens falling. So these are really weird things I'm having to deal with, and I believe there must be some natural remedy out there.
Yes, there will be, I'm sure, natural remedies out there. Here's the thing. The supplement protocol I was trying to remember is it's called Lifelong Vitality. And this is a combination of, what is it? It's a combination of multivitamins and essential oils and digestive enzymes. So this is, you know, working on the internal process of your system, taking control of your gut health and whatever, you know, internal issues that are going on. So when it comes to the, you know, floaters in your eyes, I'm not sure there's an essential oil that would be good for, you know, you can put essential oils in your eyes. If you make that mistake to put it in your eyes, please don't wash it out with water. I'm digressing a bit. Don't wash it out with water. Just, you know, use one of the carrier oils like fractionated coconut oil, and that will relieve the pain or side effects that you get from that. What I would say to you, Stella, is frankincense oil is one of the oils that is very versatile and great for a lot of issues that people have health-wise. So I would, you know, say take a drop of frankincense oil under your tongue and also use it on the back of your neck and probably on your temples as well. So that is always a good way to, one of the great oils that I can recommend for that. And when it comes to, I'm just going to go back.
Thank you.
Health and maintenance. I know you posted something which I saw, eye health and stress management. Okay, there is, for stress management, I haven't got the all here with me. For stress management, there are two blends that doTERRA do. One is called Balance, and another one which has just been put out is called Adaptive. These two blends are really, really good for stress management. So you can put them on your pulse point, in the base of your feet. And these, what the Balance does, what they do is that they reduce your stress levels and they ground you. They are very, very grounding, right? And help you with the stress that you're going through, or help you to manage stress that you're going through. So these are two blends from doTERRA that are really, really great for stress management. Okay. Right. Okay.
So what was the second word you said?
Adaptive.
Adaptive.
Yeah. ADAPTIV.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
Okay. So digestion. So somebody's asking for digestion. So digestion, like I said before, is Zengest, right? And that's the oil, and sometimes use peppermint as well. There are also, doTERRA also do some capsules called Terrazyme, which is good for digestive health. And also they do PB Assist, which is their probiotics, right? So these are the two, because when I work with clients on healing their gut, it's a 4-step process. And part of that is re-inoculating the gut and, healing and cleaning out everything that irritates your gut, and then repair it using digestive enzymes, probiotics, L-glutamine, and a few other supplements. But with doTERRA, Terrazyme, the Zengest, and PB Assist are great supplements and oils to use for digestive health. So you want to see about getting those into your protocol as well. And also the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So these contain food nutrients, which, one second. So there are 3 different capsules. One is the Cellular Vitality Complex, the Essential Oil Omega Complex, and the food nutrients, the Microplex VCM. So these are 3 supplements that you can take, and they also contain the necessary essential oils. So these are supplements that you can take every day. What doTERRA, the promise doTERRA has made is that if you try these out for 30 days and don't feel any difference, you can return it and get your money back. So it's also a good one to get on board to look into. So migraines and back pain. Like I said, for the pain, I use the peppermint, deep blue, peppermint, and lavender. So I layer it on my temples and on my neck as well, right? So you want to, when I say layer it, so you use the deep blue first, and then after a few minutes, you use the peppermint. After a few minutes, you use the lavender. So that's what's called layering, and it goes right into the system, and it helps you, and also use it on the neck as well, and the bottom of your feet also. Trying to get through them as quickly as possible. Better health, life, living, managing myself with various health challenges, glaucoma, retinopathy, diabetes control. Okay, so I would say for that, Jane, frankincense is one of the best oils to use to start to get you back to some form of normalcy. The Lifelong Vitality supplements, and also, what would I recommend? I would recommend as well lavender and probably oregano as well. How to deal after taking antibiotics. Probiotics clean out your gut. You have to do a cleanse and restore on your gut. So reheal your gut. So like I said before, if you have to take antibiotics, probiotics, okay? Make sure you take probiotics, use the Zengest, and use the LLV as well, the Lifelong Vitality Pack as well, okay? Okay, great. Thanks, Annika, for joining. Catch up with you soon. Okay, depression and fatigue for exam students. Right, okay. I would say the balance, wild orange, and adaptive. So those are good oils to use, especially the adaptive for fatigue, especially for exams. Those are great oils to use. Okay, so I'm just going to jump back because I'm quite aware of the time. I hope that gives you a feel for what you can get from the oils, and not just the oils, but the supplements as well. How going natural, using natural methods and tools can help support your health and well-being. Okay, so right, so I'm going to talk about quickly before I give me in 5 minutes before I close out the call, for people who want to. I'm just going to stop sharing the screen. For people who want to buy the oils but have financial concerns. this is, an awesome, company to be part of and to get the tools. So what we're going to do is we're going to book a class just like this one. What I'll say to you is book a class just like this one, and I will come teach your family and friends on the class, right? And we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. And what happens is that we won't have to sign you up. What we'll do is until all the people come to the class. And what happens is the people that come to the class, if they sign up to the doTERRA membership with buying one of the tools, the kits that I showed you earlier on, what happens is that class will cover your kit. So that is one way that this, that's the way it'll cost you nothing to be part of doTERRA and get the kit yourself. So if you want to organize a class for your family and friends, say about 5 or so, and all say 4 of them or 5 of them sign up to doTERRA and purchase the kit, any of the kits, you will actually earn enough commissions to pay for your own kit. So that's 0 expense for you, okay? So if you want to do that, please reach out to me and we can schedule a date. You can post in the chat box if you want to, if you're looking to do that, if you think that's something that you can do, get a few people around to do that. Post in the chat, or if you don't want to do that, you can email me. I think everyone has my email by now. If you don't have your email, does anyone here not have my email? Okay, great. I think everyone has my email. If you don't, unmute yourself and let me know. But if you do, or you can send me a message on WhatsApp and let me know that you want to run a class, and we can organize it, book a date and organize it. We can have about 5 or more people on there, and if they if they sign up to doTERRA and purchase one of the kits, you can, it can go towards you purchasing your kit as well. Okay. Yes, Stella, you have your hand up. It's open to questions.
Yeah, there was a question, I think, from Melissa about food craving. I'm not sure you spoke about that.
Ah, okay. What's that?
Which may be applicable to quite a few.
Okay, where it comes to food cravings, okay, what I would say to you is, how stressed out are you? Because it's not just about the oils. You're not just going to reach out for the oils and expect the food cravings to go away, right? So food cravings usually come when you're super stressed out about something, right? It's an emotional thing, or it could be a hormonal imbalance going on there, right? So I would question where the food craving was coming from, and if it's a stress-related effect, I would suggest adaptive, the adaptive blend. And if it's hormonal, we can look at what hormones are out of balance, what's going on with you, because that's what I work with women on, balancing hormones. And the other oil I didn't tell you about, which is great for hormonal balance, is a blend called Claricalm, right? This is great for balancing your hormones. It has a blend of frankincense, chamomile, Vitex, a few other oils, which I can't fully read right now, but this is a great blend. And I use this quite a lot, and it smells fantastic. And also use this as my perfume as well. I don't use any toxic chemical products. I make my skincare perfume, and I use essential oils as part of, to make my skincare oils. Like somebody else said on the call, they use essential oils as part of the skincare with shea butter and coconut oil. So this smells divine, absolutely divine. And it's great for hormonal imbalance, and especially for women who are going through menopausal symptoms as well. It's great for that. So any sort of hormonal imbalance you're experiencing, it's great, for that. So I put this on back of my ears, my pulse points, and I also rub this around my belly button area and my abdomen, right? So this is quite good, a good blend to have. We as women, we always go through issues with hormone imbalance, so we need to do that. So going back to the craving bit, that's what I would do. I would have to have a conversation with you on what is going on, what is causing the craving, because as a holistic practitioner, I go down to the root cause. What is the root cause? It's not about treating the symptoms like conventional medical care does. It's about the root cause, and then work your way up from there. And that way we can get a blend or suggest the ideal oils for you to use. Okay. The stress students, adaptive and balance. Adaptive and balance, Stella. So those two oils. Yeah.
Okay.
So if there are no other questions, I am going to wrap this up. And like I said, if you want to embark on, the doTERRA, getting the doTERRA as part of your self-care healthcare plan, reach out to me and I will get on a call with you and walk you through it. And also, if you want to set up a class like this for your family and friends, reach out to me and we can schedule something soon as possible. And that way you can get your kit for free. Okay. All right. So if there are no other questions, I'm going to say thank you so much for being part of this class, for joining me and giving up your time. I know I said it was going to be an hour, but when I talk about health and wellness, I have verbal diarrhea. So, and you guys asked a lot of great questions, and I hope I've been able to support you with some ideas of what you can do and how you can use the oils. And for those who have gut oils, use them, please use them. So great. No more questions. Thank you, guys. I'm getting a lot of thank you.
Thank you, Gloria.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, I will stop recording now. And thanks, guys.
Finish?
Thank you.
Again soon.
Thank you so much.